Come with me for the last day of crime camp, an adult sleepaway camp for true crime lovers. First thing in the morning, I realized I had a speck of blood on my shoes from yesterday's activities that made me feel very suspicious, but soon we were off to campus yet again. When we arrived at camp, we immediately jumped into a lab that was all about fingerprinting. We wrote on a piece of paper and then sprayed an anhydrine to highlight all of the fingerprints on the piece of paper. Don't ask about the contents of my note. Then we were forced to dig through the trash. I'm kidding. Kind of. It was actually a part of another fingerprinting activity where we lifted fingerprints from used objects like cans and boxes. Afterwards, we had a demonstration on how crime scene investigators pull fingerprints from people post-mortem, with entirely alive subjects. Then we continued on with even more fingerprinting, learning how to pull prints from a non-porous surface that had previously gotten wet.
We got the full handprint. Try to catch me, cops. You can, because these are my fingerprints.
Go, Megan!
Yeah!
After a quick lunch, I found my soulmate. Okay, that might actually just be a database for footprints at crime scenes, but we did learn a lot about footprinting techniques and even got to cast our own footprints in the dirt. Those had to take about an hour to dry, so in the meantime I went to visit the alligator on campus that was seemingly napping. While we were waiting for our other casts to dry, we decided to try different ways of casting tool marks in a piece of wood. It was actually pretty satisfying to peel off. Finally, our shoe prints were ready to be picked up and showered off. And I gotta admit, looks like a shoe. And at the end of the day, I graduated crime camp. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Would you go to crime camp? Let me know in the comments.